right, let's start things up. Welcome, everybody, to the Flaccidly Ill podcast, the pilot episode. Yes, welcome. How's it going, Elliot? Jamel, how are things?
I told you not to put my government name out there like that.
Oh, my bad. What's Eli? Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Things are going well out there for a hood, for a black man in the day. You know what I mean?
So is it J Mac? the J-ster?
Jamal.
What's your internet handle?
Oh, you mean my Snapchat?
Like,
my Snapchat
I was
handle?
gonna say his Pornhub name.
I'm about to say I can't explain my Snapchat handle. That's a very long story.
It's fine.
Oh, you mean I don't even the Hang Shing? That's the only handle I have.
Oh, Mr.
man.
Hang Shing.
That and
I like
that and my League of Legends tag, which was Netkin, but I don't even talk about League of Legends
Netkin
anymore.
or
That was a
Netkin?
dark day. I spent nights, physical days, not going to class, playing League of Legends. One time my friend, he recorded me, like he was like, here's the time that Jamel is playing League of Legends. And then he has another video, it's like, he took a 30-minute nap. He's back playing League of Legends. He has class at 7 in the morning. It is 8:53 right now. I was like, oh, all right, shit.
You got you. He got you.
You got me. And that's why I got a fucking D in calculus and had to take it again.
Oh, fuck, but yeah, what a good start. How's everyone doing? Has anybody done anything crazy this week? Or last week, I guess?
I went to work.
Yeah, I went to work. My dog threw up.
Must be nice.
That's about it. Oh, I got my OT check, and my OT check went straight to rent. So
Hey,
capitalism.
that's what we like.
Hey, all right. I've just been playing games. As per usual, nothing going on. I have a break from school this week. Really weird. My week 1 is 2 weeks long.
I like
for
that.
some fucking reason.
I feel like whenever like someone else is talking, because I see like Patrick, he does like the yeah, like he keeps like the ambient, like the soothing yeah, I like that.
Jamel. I like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, keep going, come on. I feel like I need to do that also. Like,
let it be natural. You gotta let it eke out. You know,
just let it hang.
hang.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I can't even promote.
Speaking about hanging.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Anyone hear about R. Kelly? How's that for a segue?
I've heard some whispers on the internet.
R. Kelly's been trapped in the closet for the past 23 years. He really just needs some help. He needs more help than Kanye after his mom died, man.
But he finally got convicted? Is he in jail?
Yeah, if the glove don't fit, you know what they say.
If the glove don't fit, you must quit.
What if the piss don't taste right? Is that the next one? They're going to have samples?
All I'm saying is that R. Kelly was out here fucking texting young girls back when we were Stepping in the Name of Love and doing the Ignition remix, and nobody nobody said a goddamn word. But then, the curtain unveils, and now people don't like piss kinks anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like piss kinks are at an all-time high. The problem...
No, it's definitely the age
underage
thing. Yeah.
However, I see piss coming, I move. She saw piss coming, she stayed.
There you go.
And I mean, R. Kelly stopped making music. You know, once he stopped making music, he wasn't relevant anymore. And then people were like, you know, maybe he did piss on that girl.
So real talk, he
somebody's sitting there thinking one morning before eating breakfast. You know what?
And what was that one documentary, The Mansion of Sex Slaves?
Robert? What's that? Yeah, I think he's up to something. I think that guy's bad news, man.
Well, real talk, he's in jail now, right? Like, he's actually been convicted.
I really don't know.
I see a lot of memes about it. Oh,
yeah.
We have Patrick about to get the hot take on it. However, with his mechanical ass keyboard, which I'm sure is gonna get picked up.
That's some good ASMR right there.
R. Kelly, look at that. Look at that big forehead.
So he is officially guilty in sex trafficking trial and faces life in prison.
That makes sense. Like I heard a lot about it. Like the whole sex circles or sex rings and all that shit with like underage girls, and that's fucked up.
He has a whole mansion for it.
Yeah,
like he's pretty loud about it.
So like I don't know what that interview was a long time ago.
Oh, when he was crying and shit. He's like, I'm fighting for my life, man. He really was fighting for his life because they were going to give him life.
And now he got it.
Didn't he like drop another song to avoid? I'm assuming.
let me just give him the non-remix to Ignition, and let's see if we just pass things over for him.
He's recording it in the booth with his hands cuffed behind his back. And they're like, all right, you got one song, and then you're coming with the...
Yeah, the judge is sitting there bobbing to the beat, like...
Still waiting for Trapped in the Closet Part 27.
Bro,
I used to watch those things
I never
religiously as a
knew
kid.
about Trapped in the Closet. I knew because of the Weird Al version.
Oh,
Trapped in the Drive-Thru,
yeah.
But I didn't know how... I don't want to say in-depth.
No, it gets fucking weird, bro. There's a midget cop.
I saw like half of it. I didn't notice it. I forget what tipped me off, but in all my years of R. Kelly media, it just like it dawned on me like, oh, it's a series. Let me watch it for the lulz, and then the rabbit hole.
Because like I was listening to like the first few parts, you know, thinking about the Trapped in the Drive-Thru, and I was like, oh, you know, there's that. But then it just kept going. I thought it stopped right there.
Oh no, baby!
It kept going, and it got more ludicrous. Like I was like, holy shit.
R. Kelly is one of the greatest pieces of anime fiction I've ever seen in my entire life. Trapped in the Closet is really a treasure to behold, because I remember whenever I was first watched Trapped in the Closet, and YouTube wasn't even a real big.
It wasn't like super popular or whatever.
I feel like something beat on the headset. Hold on.
Is your headset dying?
Oh wait,
Patrick, you're fucking up the podcast as we speak.
Wait, he's.
My flatline.
Oh, did you click something?
I didn't click anything that time.
Stand by. We may have to cut this out.
Oh yeah, you clicked it. That's the power button.
I didn't. Okay, that's how I didn't press anything.
Well,
no, I have my hands like right
everyone.
Here, and then it just
everyone.
Okay.
And we're back. If you wonder why there was such a sudden cut, Jamel's headset turned off, but it's okay. If there is no cut, don't worry.
I'm not sure if it's low on battery. I had it charging for a little bit. I don't know,
bro.
But it happens. It happens all the time when
You better shut that shit off right now.
The same thing happens in Apex. I'll be talking to Elliot, and then like it go to a loading screen, and then I'm like, Elliot, like I have like a full sentence, like it's like a full 2 minutes have passed. I was like, oh, I ain't talking to nobody. Elliot.
How did this occur?
R. Kelly though.
The first Trapped in the Closet I saw was my grandma sent me a link in my Yahoo, my Jamel P 2001 Yahoo email account, and that's when I first saw like the first video for R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet, and it definitely started off as like a regular. It's like a docu-opera or whatever they call it. Yeah. It's just a hip-hop rapping, good time.
In a normal situation.
Yeah, in a normal situation. It pretty much is R. Kelly is cheating on this lady, and her man comes home early from work.
And then he pulls out his gun.
In the closet. And then out of nowhere, R. Kelly decides, I am not the one that should be oppressed in this situation. I'm whipping out my gun, and I'm getting the fuck out of here.
And I take out my gun.
Look, that's like the line.
The husband is gay.
The husband is gay, and he's cheating on the wife with like a midget cop. And there's also there's espionage. Like it gets deep. Like R. Kelly is like in Europe at one point.
Trapped in the closet.
follow Jamel for the deep scoop on the R. Kelly conspiracy.
Because it got really deep for no reason, and then you sort of like, all right, after the seventh one, we could have definitely wrapped it up at that point. But
my question is, with him being in jail.
Oh yeah.
Is he passing the torch?
Well, I don't think he's in jail. It says facing life.
Yeah, he's facing life. That means he ain't ever really going to jail. He's just
gonna be in court. Assumed he's powerful and all that. But I'm saying, is he gonna continue working on that, or is he
Trapped in the Closet? No, Trapped in the Closet was either discontinued or just stopped. Like 12 years, not 12 years ago, 8 years ago.
It has not been discontinued. He's working on it.
Yeah, he may have to continue it, to stay relevant.
Yeah,
but I remember.
Trapped in the Closet, trapped in cell block D, and that's where he's at now.
Oh no, R. Kelly has money and piss and a mansion full of sex slaves.
Yeah. I mean, money buys you everything. If Magic Johnson can cure AIDS, then yeah, money can buy you pretty much anything you want.
Maybe R. Kelly will change the law. So pissing is not a sexual act and is indeed legal.
Just imagine that fucking clause. Imagine the lawyers that have to learn about this shit.
I wanna
and
see
like
that.
years
I
down the
wanna see
line,
that.
it's like the state of Louisiana versus R. Kelly.
Have you ever heard of Chris Chan?
Yeah, actually.
You know Chris Chan?
Yeah, I know
No.
you're talking
I
about.
know you wouldn't know Chris Chan.
No.
'Cause
I'm-
you're not on the internet like that. You ever heard of Sonic Chew?
Sonic Jew?
Chew.
Chew.
Like
It's not
Pikachu
a-
and Sonic put
Yeah.
together.
Oh, no.
Fucking, it's a deep rabbit hole that I'm not gonna get into. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
There are documentaries on YouTube that you can watch for a deeper scoop on that. But I'm gonna bring up something that happened recently. He got I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, the creator was a she?
Well, it was it's hard to phrase it.
Oh, he
She's
was
trans.
a he.
She's
Oh,
trans.
Yeah, there you
okay.
go.
It's hard
Yeah.
to phrase.
Yeah,
She's trans.
They go by.
She.
Yeah, she.
So they pissed on somebody.
No, they
That was
had
worse.
sex with their mother, who is like in her 70s and geriatric.
Yeah, it's not even hot.
So that well, it's almost like a three-way then. It's like a he and a she and then the mother.
It's like the
little
the
bit.
red shirt man is just like,
A little
it's like
bit.
I go by they. Okay, then y'all gotta pay $18. I don't think you understand.
They're like a conglomerate.
But yeah, it got really bad. She was already really fucking weird, like bullied into fucking craziness because of the creation of Sonic Chew and a bunch of other shit. But then like but like audio recordings came out of her being like, yeah, fucking my mom.
Yeah.
Who is like, again, like 70, like no, she's not there. Like the mother is never mentally present. You know what I mean?
It's,
Wait, so how does this have to do with R. Kelly? What like I'm trying to...
Well, I was because you brought up the one thing where like the lawyer looking at
Oh,
R.
yeah.
Kelly
Oh,
and, like,
okay,
somebody,
okay.
like a lawyer like looking through the documentaries of Chris Chan and having to defend her. Like he's just man.
Somebody's got to open up a book. Like somebody's got to be in law school, like less than 5 years from in the future, and they got to read about this shit that R. Kelly's doing. You see what I'm saying? Like that's got to be some fucked up shit.
The People versus R. Kelly.
Like man.
Fighting for my life. That's just gonna be his new novel. Fighting for my life.
Speaking about fighting, I wanted to touch on this.
What's up?
That Nickelodeon fighting game,
Oh yeah.
All-Star Brawl or whatever
All-Star
the fuck?
Brawl. I've seen.
I'm actually
streams of
pretty
it.
fucking lit about it.
Yeah, true. And no pissing in that one that we can see.
Any type of brawl.
I mean, it's
fighting.
Nickelodeon, Dan Schneider, you know. Maybe there's like heat references
Dan's gonna be
there.
pissing on people.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it! All right, Squidward.
That's
Time for your
the special
bonus.
move, the golden shower.
But like, have you seen anything about it?
Yeah, I've seen a
No,
few
it
streams
came
about
out
it.
October 5th, aka tomorrow?
I don't know if it came out.
Or it comes
Yeah,
out.
but
comes out. It came
comes
out tomorrow.
I've seen whoever received like review copies of the game. I've seen streams from those, like reviews from those, but that's about it.
I told you, there's like, I think it has like rollback netcode. It has fucking wave dashing. It has like, you know, the basic Smash shit. Or what's the genre called? 3D or platform fighters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
platform fighters. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the classic shit of that. But then I saw like certain characters and how they play. Like SpongeBob is a fucking Shoto character.
Yeah.
I think Patrick's a grappler. Toph got announced.
Top.
Toph got announced.
Toph.
Like
That's
other
it.
like Aang, Korra, and Toph is in there. Like it's fucking crazy.
At first, I thought we were just going with the classic Nickelodeon characters. Well, you brought in Toph, and now I'm interested.
What the
That
fuck
is
did
not.
you
That
just
is,
look
that
up?
is a B-31 fighter. What is that?
I looked up
What?
Nick Fighters. I don't know what's going on.
that is an actual.
Look at this
that is a
guy.
Kawasaki fucking air fighter jet plane, whatever. Look up like Nickelodeon All-Star
we go.
Brawl. Okay.
Here's the full cast. Okay, so we got...
Yeah, we have a lot of like I feel like cool characters.
Aang, Cat Dog.
Yeah.
Holy
Phantom.
shit.
Yeah, they're
going
yeah,
old
they're
school.
touching on a lot of old school shows. as
Lincoln
well as,
Loud.
Yes.
Wow.
From the Proud
Yeah.
family.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow.
Wait.
Nigel Thornberry?
Is that who Lincoln Loud is?
Yeah, it says Lincoln Loud, the Loud House.
Wait.
That's not
from
the
Proud
Oh, the Proud
family.
House.
I
Wait,
was
what's
like,
the
wait a
Loud
second.
House?
The Loud House is a new show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the Proud
not
Family's on.
Like
It's a
you
Disney
said, Proud
property.
Family. I was like,
that's
that's
Disney.
not a thing. that's this.
I was like, oh, wait. Proud
I got a little
Family?
too excited.
I love
Sorry.
Destiny's Child.
Ooh, Sandy Cheeks, Clapping Cheeks?
Oh.
Because it's Sandy, SpongeBob, and Patrick for the representation of SpongeBob.
Okay.
I was excited about Danny Phantom because I
Yeah,
fucking love that
these
guy.
seem cool. I did not know they had this full roster. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, Nigel
Invader
Thornberry, Nigel Thornberry, Invader Zim. Like,
Smash.
it's so exciting to see this come out
Yeah.
because, like, while Smash is a big fighting game, and
Yeah.
that's been a game like out, you know, no, everyone knows who the fuck
Yeah,
Smash
yeah.
is. We don't got to talk about Smash, but like no rollback. The way that like a lot of the mechanics were removed out. This game seems like an actual like what's the competitor?
Yeah.
It's an actual, you know,
Yeah. It's
competition to Smash. And I know a lot of people are going to pick it up just because of the rollback netcode.
Oh
Heck
yeah, definitely. About to say, whenever I learned about the robot netcode, also like I said, I didn't do too much reading about the game. I just saw people playing the game, but then after I saw a few gameplays, I was like, oh shit,
Like
they got actual combos.
Yeah,
in
this
these-
actually
these people
might
actually
be fun.
competing in this game.
This shit might actually be fun.
And apparently it's on all consoles.
Mm-hmm.
And it says an eShop leak for Nintendo. I don't know if they were bullied into releasing it. I don't know.
Me and you, Patrick, we've talked about Nintendo and their business practices.
Very
They're very
dirty.
anti-consumer.
Very dirty.
So
Yeah.
I don't doubt that.
Dirtier than R.
Yeah,
Kelly's
I don't know
house.
Guaranteed. it's in the culture, I'm sure.
Oh my.
But yeah, I'm excited. I love to see game companies getting bullied to implement rollback netcode more now.
Or
It's
good
becoming-
changes.
It's becoming a standard.
It beat the kid. I didn't touch anything this time.
Oh my god. Jamal has flatlined once again.
That's weird. I didn't touch anything.
I wonder. Oh, it could be due to inactivity. Maybe the mic doesn't understand that you're talking or that it's being used.
That's something that we're gonna have to work on. But again, this is just a pilot, so
Yeah.
there's down to be some issues.
You know,
Yeah,
we'll get you a
fine.
mic, son. A whole mic.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
for you.
I have to
Let's go to
go and order
let's
one.
go to Goodwill.
Go to
See,
Radio
go-
Shack. They got a Radio Shack around here. There's like one Radio Shack in Florida now.
The Soul Radio Shack.
It's like in St. Petersburg, just holding it down. Because one time last week we needed pretty much. This is sort of a segue into word, but pretty much a component exploded, and we needed like some like simple like electrical parts.
Oh,
and
the thing that you were telling
the
me.
drive
about.
that blew up, we were trying to like pull the ropes and everything. Long story short, we needed just like a simple chip, like a simple processor chip. And we're like, oh, we can just get this from Radio Shack. And I was like, I look at like this like 50-plus-year-old man. I was like, Radio Shack? I was like, where are we going to find a Radio Shack at 3 o'clock in the morning, Kendrick?
Yo, let's go to Circuit City.
Yeah, something like that. I was like, Kendrick. I was like, where's the nearest Radio Shack? I was like, I don't know. They still got him, right?
You got him.
I was like, they still got him. Who got him?
Yo, he panicked. He was trying to be useful.
He's like, oh yeah, we could just get that part from Radio Shack. I was like, Amazon will deliver this before Radio Shack will ever find
He
it.
just wanted to be a part of the
He just
conversation.
wanted to be a part of a solution.
Yeah, well, that was also he was also my supervisor, so I saw he wasn't helping at all. I'm sitting there sweating, just like a full bead of sweat coming down my face from my headlamp, just like, we need what, Kendrick?
But yeah, like I was saying about the rollback.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
on
yeah.
Twitter a lot, and I hate Twitter
No, I love
because
love
I
so
hate
much.
Twitter because of the way that you can tell by the way someone talks that they actively use Twitter.
That motherfucker's dumb
Because
as fuck, bro.
like they don't talk like normal human
No.
beings, but I do see a lot on Twitter about rollback netcode, and like they're just, if a game doesn't have rollback netcode, it's dead.
Pretty much.
on arrival.
Just like that?
Because, like, ever since the pandemic happened, why did I say it like that? Ever since the pandemic happened, ever since the pandemic happened, you know, all we were, you know, quarantined at home. There wasn't any offline events, no in-person events for like fighting games,
except for the
and esports and things like that.
Fortnite concerts.
Ooh, yeah.
Remember that?
Fucking Ariana Grande.
What was it? It was like Travis Scott, Lil Nas X.
I was there for the Travis Scott. I'm not gonna lie.
Went to the Travis Scott. You paid money for the Travis Scott concert.
Dang.
Fortnite
We got him. We got him.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yo, he pirated the concert.
The Travis Scott poster in the Fortnite.
Yo, he snuck in through the back.
Whatever.
He's looking over the fence,
I
my
told
guy.
security I was part of the press. Don't worry,
Hey,
man.
hey, baby, why don't we drink a full chug together while we're at the Travis Scott concert? But yeah, I see a lot of fucking because of the pandemic and the offline, people were like, "Holy shit, online is rough."
Mm-hmm.
Even if you have your like shit connected to your router connected to like your console or your computer, whatever you're fucking playing on, that doesn't prevent the other person from not doing that, playing on Wi-Fi and having a shitty connection, which ruins, in some people's, you know, eyes, they really, it hurts.
Yeah.
Trying to play online, especially when you're having like 7 frames of delay and higher. Like, you start to feel that shit.
Yeah.
No offense if you're riding on a LAN, you know. We still support you out there.
Dirty motherfucker.
Yeah, what's
but yeah, because
of
of since rollback started becoming implemented, more people are calling for a rollback, and it's becoming one of those things where like fighters is I see on Twitter at least, and I agree, is being considered one of the best fighting games that are out right now. The only thing holding it back is the internet. It doesn't have rollback.
Damn.
And people go to like different games, like when Guilty Gear Strive first came out, that had rollback. The new fighting game like Melty Blood that just came out, like people are excited, but then they're also like, I'm gonna just go back to fighters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like people want rollback. They love fighters, they just want the rollback. And it's funny to me to see like companies getting bullied. There's like, if you don't have rollback,
you're dead to me.
You're done on
You're
arrival.
Which it should. It's almost like, you know, the whole thing where like companies releasing bad games on launch and buggy games.
Yeah.
You know, but people don't boycott that enough. They're like, no, I'll give you my money plus the $40 for the DLC. I'm not happy about it, but I'll give it to you every time.
Yeah, I'm talking
Call
to
of
you,
Duty.
CD Projekt Red.
I'm talking to you, Fallout 76.
Call of Duty, every single Call of Duty, every single one.
It's a strange thing, and like I understand from certain business points where it's like we just need to get the game out at a certain point because they have to make the profits for like the fiscal year type shit, you know, like they have to have the numbers on the paper. So like this game cannot be delayed. Yeah. But if it hurts like the brand as a whole, I see that as a problem. Only people I don't see that as a problem for is for Call of Duty. Yeah. People are gonna buy those fucking games regardless. Yeah. And that's annoying.
Call of Duty, pass the doobie. You know what I mean?
Call of Duty, all EA bullshit with their sports games. Like it's all gonna be the same. Buggy or not, people are gonna fuck with it.
Yeah, people play FIFA religiously, man. And I was like, God damn it, bro! You guys know this game is ass on.
Go outside.
And Madden.
And oh god, no.
Go outside, touch the grass, play the game.
I sold my soul to the devil one time, actually multiple times, because those games are definitely free. And did the little EA play testing, and I had to play Madden 2019 at the time, and Lord have mercy, I played on what was the Xbox equivalent, because I was playing with an Xbox controller for them, and I played for a solid hour, and I didn't know a goddamn thing that was going on. I did not keep up with NFL football, and I was like, this game is good. You guys are doing a great job. Free game, please. And I walked out with my dignity intact.
I just don't understand how those games are still so popular. Like WWE is dying. Yeah. Because like the older games, I remember I had fucking SmackDown versus Raw 2007 for the PSP.
Oh, don't even get me started.
And that was amazing.
Oh yeah,
that was amazing.
Anything pre PSP era, bro. Def Jam.
Def Jam. Not Icon though.
Yes. Vendetta, like regard, those are so good.
Those are good games.
But I know, like I read an article about the Def Jam franchise because they came out with Def Jam. I think it was Icon.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah.
It was trash.
Bad.
Yeah, it was
Super bad.
There was a lot of factors that led into that, and it sucks that like. No one's gonna put the time and effort to bring these games back. But those games were fucking great.
I will find a regular PlayStation or a PlayStation 2, and I'd rather play Budokai and Budokai Tenkaichi 3 on a PlayStation 2 rather than having them remake the game. You see what I'm saying? I'd rather just play it on the original, the medium that it was on, because it's sort of a nostalgia thing also. But to be honest with you, when it comes to fighting game mechanics, you really can't.
It's not like an actual pure like competitive fighting
game.
Yeah. But it's a game to have fun.
It's a game
to have fun. That's what the point of it was. You don't go to tournaments. You
charge up. You choose Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. You charge up. Use your fucking like 18 fucking combo hits, and then there you go. You break your analog stick.
Fucking the beam clashes.
Oh yeah.
Your fucking thumb would be hurting. Like you start pushing your friend to fuck that up.
Used to have the little mini games where what are they called? All right, it's like some things would come out of the ground, like when there was like a loading screen.
You talking about the loading screens, like the Cybermen would
come
out.
The
Cybermen.
I'd be like me and my god brother be trying to get like the whole screen full.
There was like a rumor that I remember that I tried doing where it's like if you were good enough, I think the Cybermen were like an orange color. If you were good, a blue one would come up.
Yeah. It would start off with green and then we'll go to orange, and then if you were really, really good, you get a blue one. But you would need like it's a ridiculous number. You need 100 Cybermen on the screen, and the loading screens were impressively short for that game. Like you're talking about like 30 seconds. You have to get all those things on the screen.
So I want to talk about this because I think it's going to lead up to our next topic. But the state of games back then versus this. Excuse me. Jamel, take him out back. Jamel, take him out back.
Sorry, Patrick. I know this is your home, but
oh no.
A baby's got to do what a baby's got to do.
But yeah, like the state of games back then to the state of games now, vastly fucking different.
Oh, 100%.
On how things are like run, managed, and operated.
Remember playing fucking Monster Hunter, bro?
No, I don't want to.
I think for me, one of the biggest like draws of comparison is like Star Wars Battlefront 2. Like I don't know what was that 2005,
yeah,
or whatever it was, versus Star Wars Battlefront 1 now, and it's like damn near 10 years ago. That was an amazing game. I had so much fun. But then Battlefront 1, while it looked beautiful, it was just missing everything.
It was a quarter of a game.
It's, again, EA.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, ever since... I actually had to write a paper about this for school.
Oh, really? Microtransactions?
Yeah. What started as a mechanic that helps players... got transformed into loot boxes. And guess what the mechanic was that was created to help players at first?
I'm gonna guess skins.
No.
Oh no.
You gotta guess?
To help players that transformed into microtransactions? Oh, DLC.
No.
No.
It turned off again? Patrick, fix your shit.
Yeah.
Jamel's
I think it just doesn't recognize audition.
It's older than I think DLC. I don't 100% remember if it was like Diablo, but as an example, how do you discern that an item is better than another item?
Oh, rarity.
Yes.
Oh,
the rarity colors.
Oh, yeah.
Which have been I think stapled to be, like white and gray is like common, blue is rare, purple is epic, gold is like legendary, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like that mechanic was created to help players. Excuse me, like in a game like Diablo where you have two items, if those like highlights weren't there, the color wasn't surrounding the weapon, you wouldn't know unless you go into the details and you're you gotta put so much time into figuring out, is this even a good weapon?
Right.
So that became good. But then as time went on, then skins became a thing with like rarities and things like that. And again, guns and everything. So then that turned into loot boxes and loot crates and all that shit that is flooding the fucking market, and a lot of these games are turning into that, and I kind of hate that shit.
Oh no, yeah, 100%.
I mean, loot boxes in a sense were a thing before, like in games, like you'd run around and get loot and shit.
Yeah.
And you've had treasure chests.
Yeah.
And that was cool. And
a lot of RPGs generally have that.
Yeah, and you look at Borderlands, that's all about loot boxes. It's like a whole thing, and then they figured out, hey, like, we can make people pay for in-game content.
And it becomes like a gamble.
Yeah.
It's literally gambling.
It's almost like paying for bottled water.
Yeah.
When you could just get water.
Yeah, it's like a good loot system is something that should be already a part of the mechanic of the game. But like back in the day, like what Nintendo sort of they are pretty true to it still to this day is just games with a lot of collectibles. Like I don't know if you guys remember
like
playing on like the N64 and you had like Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, but all of those games were collectible games, even if it wasn't anything rewarding.
No, yeah,
like you're saying,
they're collectathons.
Yeah,
my first was Jak and Daxter.
Yeah, I'm about to say Jak and Daxter. I think that's something we were talking about. We were talking about the lore of fucking Jak and Daxter.
Yeah, we were doing that at CC's. Yeah. But yeah.
It's like, it goes from, that was what was good for us. That was good for kids playing games back then. But for, as things progress further and further, it becomes more of a, whenever online gaming, I think really is just, I don't want to say Xbox really is what changed the narrative, but whenever games became online, it didn't become more of a, I can be better at this game by like getting all these collectibles, like I'm better than you at this game. It's more of a, I have this item now. I'm better at this game than you because I'm playing with you. So that's why, like, it just progressed more towards, all right, so I got this shirt. Look at you. You bum. You're dirty. you're broke boy status. You ain't got this motherfucking Gengar onesie like I do, all right? Look at me. I'm dripped out.
You don't look like John Wick in Fortnite.
You see what I mean? I'm dripped.
Chun-Li.
I'm dripped
you
out,
still
homie.
got the default skin, broke.
And that's sort of, you can tell, you can go into a whole myriad of things when it comes to society over the past 15, 20 years. But it sort of just progressed to people, it's just a flex thing. Even nowadays, if you show how much money you have, and it reflects itself in video games. And then obviously more for the case of you show how much money your parents are willing to give you in video games. And that's where microtransactions, they capitalize on it,
And like it's good for like thinking about like business, good.
Yeah.
Consumer, for like someone like me, I don't care about the flex.
Yeah.
If I still beat your ass and you look clean, fucking congratulations. You're trash looking good.
Paying to win
like,
is
where
it turned a whole new leaf because, like you said, Battlefront. First Battlefront 1 is whenever pay to win sort of became a thing. Because I remember there was a gun. I can't remember the name of the gun.
Oh, the one handgun.
There was that one handgun. And it was you had to get like the little platinum fucking pass. And I remember because when I first got my PS4, it was like me and my other two roommates. So we all switched from Xbox, got PS4s, and I had the Battlefront version of the PS4. So, that game, like, downloaded automatically, like, the same day and whatnot. I was having a great time. Lobby times were fucking, like, 2 hours long. I was doing the old razzle-dazzle, throwing a thermite grenade and jumping over them with my little jump pack. I was having a great time on that game. And then that gun came out about a month later, and it ruined everything about the game. Because at that point, anybody with $12 wins the game.
Yeah.
Especially if you were on the fucking map for Hoth. The ice map.
Yes.
See, some people complained about that slightly in Apex, I remember.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the skins for the guns, they don't do anything significant.
Yeah.
But people were complaining that some of the skins of the guns
look
the when you do aim down the sights, the iron sights.
Yeah.
Sometimes the skin would make the iron sights better than actual sights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for some people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't see it. Again, I don't buy the fucking skin, so I don't know. But I was reading that was a complaint before. It's not as big as the one gun that you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's something that you got to keep in mind of.
I can't. Pretty much the gun was essentially the golden gun turned into the golden gun from GoldenEye. Because it was a one-shot. It ended up being like a one-shot kill. Yeah. It wasn't Han's gun. I think it was something along the lines, but it was a handgun. And you pretty much had... It was a low capacity gun, but you got like 2 shots in on a very steady aimbot, and there you go.
You're done.
Yeah, and it's like a sniper rifle, a shotgun. It's whatever you want it to be. Like,
that's
it.
That gun was absolutely the worst. It's like as soon as it came back, Yeah, it was like you had to pay money for it. There's one thing of like paying money for it and then also working hard for it. You know, you can go into a whole, success versus hard work, whatever you want to do. But this was just strictly, you got money for it, kid, here you go. But
You
me,
want
my
to
broke
win the
ass,
game?
my broke 21, 22-year-old ass making like $9 an hour ain't got the money to be paying an extra on top of the $60 that I paid for this game. So yeah, I'm gonna lose these games, and I'm just gonna go and play some Minecraft now. Thank you very much, kid.
I was like, oh.
No, I was just going to say the reason why I wanted to bring that up
Mhm.
is because while I don't have a PS5,
Mhm.
and I'm not going to get a PS5.
Yeah.
Because there's not
Yeah.
there's not enough
Yeah.
on there for me to justify it. Also,
Yeah.
a lot of my friends don't have it.
Yeah.
They're mainly on PC or on Xbox.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
So cool. But PS5 got some real bangers coming out.
Oh, they do.
They got some real fucking
the Wolverine
good
game,
shit.
bro. That's
The fucking Wolverine, Spider-Man 2,
Oh,
and then God of
Spider-Man,
War
yeah.
Ragnarok.
yeah.
Those, in my eyes, because what was it? When did they announce that? During like a Sony...
They announced those during Gamescom. It was like about a month and about 5 weeks ago now.
yeah.
Yeah, but we've been known Spider-Man. What was it? It was gonna be an exclusive for PlayStation.
Oh, yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
we didn't hear anything
Yeah, we didn't hear
about it.
anything
You know what I
about-
mean? Until the Gamescom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
they like actually presented it. Same thing for like God of War. Like we knew
Yeah.
God of War was in the
Oh,
works. We
of
just
course.
didn't see anything.
Yeah.
But then once the footage came out, people lost their fucking
Yeah,
minds.
same
And now
thing
people
with,
are hype as shit for Wolverine.
Yeah.
Because it's the same people who did Spider-Man.
Yep,
Insomniac,
it's
right?
Insomniac's doing it. So people,
Okay.
yeah, there wasn't even gameplay, bro.
I
I
saw
saw,
the claw.
I just saw a claw and I lost. That was it. It was that they had my money. They had my pre-order right there and then.
Like if Spider-Man wasn't as good as it was, Wolverine is like whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But like Spider-Man and Miles Morales were fucking
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
They
the
were
last
great.
thing Insomniac came out with before Spider-Man was
Was it the Sunset Overdrive?
I think it was Sunset Overdrive.
Oh,
Sunset
that was an
Overdrive
amazing
good.
game,
That was,
yeah.
that
I
was a
didn't
really
like
good
it.
game.
I didn't like it. It's a hot take.
It was
Up the speed by 25%, I would have liked it better.
yeah, it was a good rail
Oh,
grind.
yeah.
It was conceptually, it was a great game, and I mean, it broke the 4th, 5th, and 16th wall of the entire game. There was like a DLC mission where like there was a troll. All right, so there was a YouTuber that was like making like troll posts about the game, right? And then so pretty much what the developers decided to do on like a DLC mission is they make this guy the villain. So like you see him in the video game as like this troll, like he would come in like a video and like say like some random weird shit, and then he becomes the physical villain.
Yeah.
But like the way how you defeat him is you have to like shoot like his TV monitors, and like you have to like go and hack, like you have to like hack his URL, like there's a whole, and then you have to go and like go hack his URL, and then it's essentially it was a pretty modern take also, because it's like you had to go and like have him essentially get canceled by the YouTube community.
It's crazy, but like that's a cool way to do it.
Yeah,
Like, again,
yeah.
I didn't like the game just because of the speed.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be faster.
Yeah.
But I knew, like, looking at it and seeing, like, other, like, people play it, it's like, this is a good game. They
Yeah,
put
yeah.
a lot of heart into this game. And wasn't it, like, a Xbox One, like, release?
It was an
game,
Xbox One
right?
I
release,
think-
'cause that's
yeah.
the
Oh, it went off again?
mhm.
I got you. Jamal is going through problems.
But that was
And we're
the,
back.
when
Are
I
we
got
back?
my Xbox One, I got the Sunset Overdrive edition. It was like the white Xbox
Yeah, it's like,
One.
it was a, I don't know the term, like a release game.
It was.
Yeah, like a
I
day
think
one
Came out
release or
with, it came out with that.
Yeah.
And sometimes those are really good. Like, imagine if they made a Sunset Overdrive now.
Oh, I'd switch
You know,
immediately, bro.
like after the Xbox One, especially the Xbox Series X is out now,
Mhm.
like having them implement that shit into
Yeah.
that and like actually develop a game with better understanding of how the
Mhm.
console works, it would be amazing.
Yeah.
It's just like Killer Instinct when that came out with
Oh,
Xbox.
yeah.
Like that was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That set a whole tone, for the community.
Yeah. So like, fucking, they have their work cut out for both Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
I didn't play Miles Morales. I gotta ask a friend of mine if I could just borrow the game because he has it, and I think he beat it, so he's not gonna be playing it. Yeah. But I did play Spider-Man, and I don't know if you guys played Spider-Man 2 back in the day.
Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2. Oh hell yeah!
With the swinging mechanics, that was like revolutionary. Because I played Spider-Man 1, and how your shit just goes straight into the sky, and you're just kind of zipping by. But in Spider-Man 2, and
you
like,
would latch on to buildings,
and like the momentum, it was like crazy. And then as soon as I saw that for this game, for Spider-Man, the first one that came out for by Insomniac, I saw that, I was like, instant, take my fucking money.
Yeah.
And it looked so good. It looks so fucking good.
I spent so much time because obviously Spider-Man's like one of like my favorite heroes like in comic books. I have a fucking tattoo dedicated to Spider-Man, but I love that game so much because the one thing that I love that I can sort of do with a game is not necessarily replayability. I love a game that whenever I finish, I can sort of like use it to like. Whenever I finished and like completely like platinumed out Spider-Man, I would just swing around the city, and it would be because it reminded me a lot of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I would like just sail. I would just sail around and just like put on my little shanties on like on a shuffle mode, and then I would just keep it going. And then with Spider-Man, I did the same thing. I would just turn on my PS4. I had nothing to do. I had no missions, and I would just fucking swing around New York. I traveled that map. All boroughs, the whole freaking island. I've never even been to New York, and I can tell you exactly where everything is.
I can tell you where the nearest bodega is.
And it was such a good game, man. Story wise and all.
And it's weird. There's a fast travel mechanic in the game.
Yeah, no,
I've only done it twice.
I never use it. Yeah,
I've only done it when they first introduced it, and then. Because it's like a tutorial thing where it's like, it's like, oh, do this to fast travel. Go ahead, try it out. Then I may have fast traveled again once. Yeah. Like when I had to go to the other fucking side, and I was like, man, I gotta go in like 10 minutes. Let me just hurry up and do that so I can do the mission. Yes. But like other than that, I didn't mind just swinging through and just
Yeah, I could be 15 minutes late for work, but if I'm Spider-Man, I'm swinging through the city. I don't give a damn.
Shit's crazy.
It could be like Orlando traffic. It could be 3:30 or 4 o'clock, and it is deadlock Orlando traffic on I-4. But if I am Spider-Man, I do not care. I will swing through the city all the way to Disney Springs if I need to.
So I'm excited. I don't have a PS5, so I can't actually play these. Yeah. But I'm excited to see what they do with both. Spider-Man because Venom is amazing. I love Venom. Yeah. Wolverine, one of my favorite X-Men Marvel characters. Yeah. Second to the Hulk, but we ain't gonna get
they're low-key coming out with a Hulk game too, because pretty much. So what they're trying to do is create a version. I hate when they're doing universe things now, because after the MCU they're trying to tie everything together. Because now even Nintendo's trying to fucking do it with a Smash Brothers universe. But back to the case, they're trying to make a connected universe of games now, where the Spider-Man PS4 is they're sort of like. Do not talk about the Avengers game. The Spider-Man PS4 game, the Wolverine game, Guardians of the Galaxy. There's going to be a Hulk game that's going to be coming out also in development. And they're all supposed to be tied together to make a big collage game somewhere down the line. It may not necessarily be a Marvel vs. Capcom game, but it's going to be more of a like open world or third person adventure collage game together. So if you're playing Spider-Man, you have a DLC mission where for some fucking reason Cosmo the space dog comes down from space, and Rocket Raccoon has lost he lost the bed and he can't find his left fucking foot. You know what I mean? Something wacky and crazy will happen. But because people love that type of stuff, after the MCU blew up in this whole 10 to 12 year project and still continue with their phases, they now know that connecting things together is what people want. People want cohesiveness. People want to be able to play a game and play another game and be like, this is actually these are connected. Nobody cares how many Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, how many Spider-Men there are. People just don't want to see the same Spider-Man. My grandma would always be so confused. She's like, "Isn't there already a Spider-Man?" Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about that. Oh, and don't get me started on the X-Men franchise. Aren't there technically 3 Magnetos right now?
Hey, lower your voice. Lower your voice. You're getting a little too loud, buddy. Lower your voice before Disney comes in.
No, I'm about to say, don't get me started on the X-Men franchise. That could be saved for an entirely different podcast because I have a lot of complaints about the entire history of X-Men, from X-Men 1 all the way to, what's the latest one? The Dark Phoenix one.
It's because Fox had it.
It's a whole thing. Fucking licensing and franchises, and like who holds the rights to what? Because doesn't Sony still have Spider-Man?
Oh man, they do, and they're trying to fight. That's the reason why I wasn't here today. I went to go see fucking Venom, and something cool happened at the very end.
You didn't even bring that up when I was like, "Hey, anyone do anything?" And you're just like, "Ooh." I went to work. Like you could have brought up that you went to see. I went to Carnage.
see Venom. I went to see Venom 2. Let There Be Carnage, and it was actually pretty good, but. Obviously, it's not the Venom that you know and love. I don't know if you've seen like the first Venom movie, but it's a buddy cop movie.
You seen it?
Yeah.
I haven't. I've been trying to get around to it.
Yeah.
So I can watch Carnage because I didn't think they were gonna bring out Carnage.
Yeah. No, they do, and they definitely try their best with the properties that they have. But something happened that's pretty much gonna change the. If there are going to be more Venom films, which it seems like that's what they're also going to do, it's going to be very different from now on because they just changed something they did something pretty detrimental in the or mid-credit scene of the movie. I don't want to give them.
Is it something spoilers. Like that's like not true to the comics, or is like a retelling of how something
No,
happens?
It's
without getting too much into it.
Yeah, I'll say it's a change of real estate if that says anything.
Okay. I get it.
Huh. But yeah, no, it's a good movie. I mean, Venom is pretty much a buddy cop movie, but like instead of like imagine it's like an 80s sitcom movie where like some dude's like down on his luck and he has his cousin that comes in from out of town but like doesn't want to fucking leave. That's what this movie is. But instead of your cousin Vinny who's like a shit show, you have an alien symbiote, badass brain eating monster who's also a shit show. But all it is really just Eddie's a dick who fucks up his life, and Venom's just mean to him the entire time. That's what the movie is.
Hold on, I have a question. Right? Is there any relation to Spider-Man in the Venom movie? In the first one, not in the second one.
Okay, in the first one, no,
I don't know.
Absolutely not.
Because I know that in the story that I understand, Venom fucks with Spider-Man first. And then
in the comic books and everything, even the Tobey Maguire thing, Venom is the first host of Venom is technically Peter Parker.
That's why Venom when he shows up,
that's
he
why
has
he has the suit. He looks like Spider-Man because of Spider-Man.
Like they didn't touch upon that at all.
In the first movie, literally, it's the Marvel version of Elon Musk.
I saw the Elon Musk.
The Marvel version of Elon Musk, who just cures cancer but is also experimenting on children and a bunch of other weird shit, finds these fucking space gloops and decides to just that's it. And one of them just comes from space and finds Eddie Brock. Because
the Venom symbiote, he doesn't have the symbol.
No, he doesn't have the symbol. He's just a big guy. He's got like a vein. He just looks like a little veiny white shit.
It was like an astronaut got some moon rocks or something like that and brought him back through the Venom come out of the moon rock and like slipped out of the rocket or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's sort of that's the way how Venom came to Earth as far as like continuity goes. But everything after Venom lands on Earth is a complete difference. They even also they touch on like the planet that Venom came from, which they didn't play. They never.
It went dark again. All right, hold on. Time out.
Doom 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 doom.
As you were saying, Venom.
The planet that the planet Clintar, where like the symbiotes where Venom came from, they never even talk about that for like 200, 300 issues of later on into Spider-Man, independent one-shot Venom runs. They never talk about it, but they sort of bring it up in the first Venom movie, and it's just like, he's like E.T. He's like, I was sort of a loser back home. Yeah, like nobody fucking liked me, so here I am on Earth. Like it's sort of
Yeah.
they changed it completely.
But
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine because I just know, like, obviously with the Spider-Man 2 coming out, everyone knows Venom is a part of that now.
Yeah, as far as
he's always been hinted, even from the first fucking game with what's his name, Harry.
Actually,
Like,
I'm trying to remember because Harry Osborn was doing like all that research and shit. That's where the fast travel points would come into play.
Well, yeah, because the what's it called, like, Norman was still doing his thing. I was pretty sure.
Yeah.
But then Harry was like in a vat. I don't know if you've seen it, Patrick.
Yeah.
Like, Harry had like a disease in the Spider-Man game.
Yeah,
the
he has like the
Insomniac
goblin,
game.
he has like the
no,
goblin disease.
Yeah,
or whatever.
he has like the goblin disease or whatever. So Norman just put him in a tank, and you just see a bunch of black fucking goo around him.
Yeah.
And they don't really like talk about it. Like, we just see it, and we're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Excuse me. But us as the player, my first thought was like, yo, is that Venom?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that black goo? But then there was a scene where, like, Norman was like talking to Harry, while Harry's just unconscious, whatever, and he puts his hand like on the thing, and then the goo goes to the hand.
Yeah.
So I was already like, Venom's gonna show up.
Oh, yeah.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
But it's more like, I want to see how he gets brought in.
Yeah.
Because again, same thing like in the Tobey Maguire movie, Venom touches Spider-Man first
Freaking
and becomes a
Topher
thing,
Keith.
and then now with the Insomniac game coming out, like how does Venom, do his thing? Because he didn't even look like a person. Like, he never had a full image until he touched Spider-Man, from what I'm understanding.
Until he touches Spider-Man, until he takes over Peter's form, he's an amorphous blob that really can't even, in the movie they like allow them to sort of just move independently, like crawl around to the next person. But even in the comic books, and also even, let's say, like, I know Venom mainly from like the animated show from like 1998.
Hell yeah.
It was just sitting on the ground, like it can't physically. It's completely weak and defenseless
Like,
until
it can't take a form of its actual being.
Yeah, like that's the whole symbiotic relationship that it would have with a human, because it takes the vessel of somebody and then it can do all this cool badass shit. But by itself, it is completely and utterly useless.
Yeah.
They haven't talked about Venom's development as far as the game goes, but I feel like it's going to be a lot more towards comic book accuracy, but that's because with the game they can do whatever they want,
Right.
Like with the MCU and
take
Sony,
all this money,
there's like
whatever you
there's
want.
all this red tape, all these lines you have to cross, which Disney is definitely dishing out the money to get everything back, and they're fighting hand and fist, and they're winning all these fights to get all these properties back. But that's the whole reason why they couldn't do all these. That's why you have so many different movies.
Yeah.
That's why you have so many different movies. And I tell you now, man, they're trying to bring everything back together, and the way they're doing it, especially, I don't know if you keep up with the current Marvel like shows, but the way how they're going to try to bring everything together, even from like Fox and Sony's perspective, is actually going to be pretty cool. But it's also going to be a bit of a mess. I'm really excited for Spider-Man No Way Home, which comes out on Christmas.
Need to see the second
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the second
still
one.
need to see the second
The second one.
That's good.
Because the first one was with Vulture.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first one's with Vulture.
I
The
saw
second
that
one is
one.
with Mysterio. And to be honest, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Yeah, watch the second one, but you really only need to see the ending of the second one, which they sort of put into the trailer for the new one.
Yeah, but I mean, I just like.
Oh,
I
yeah, you just like
Tom
watching the
Holland.
movie?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
okay,
it's-
yeah, okay,
it's-
yeah.
I think he's
Yeah.
a decent
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man.
Because I think like the second one kind of picks off. It picks up after the end of the
First one.
Of the whole-
of Endgame.
Oh,
Endgame.
it picks up after
So yeah,
Endgame?
so I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys are
Because the
obviously
first one was
watching Endgame,
before
right?
it. Yeah,
I've
seen Endgame.
Yeah, so Tony's
Yeah.
dead in Spider-Man.
Whoa, spoilers.
Tony is gone in Spider-Man Far From Home. There we go.
Yeah.
The second one. So Tony's completely gone. Like that's the whole thing that they sort of like hints on, like who's taking on the mantle of Iron Man, because the people are sort of looking at Peter to do it, and Peter's like, I'm just fucking 16. I want to have a
literal
girlfriend. I
child.
want to go to school. I want to be a normal kid.
It's just funny. Just side thing. We have to. It's funny how we have to specify whenever we say Spider-Man, because there's like 3 different Spider-Man movies with different people. There's 2 different Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
So like we're like Spider-Man 2. It's like, which one? The new one coming out?
Spider-Man
Talking about Tobey
PS4.
Maguire?
It's
We're
something
talking
Spider-Man
about the
PS4.
Amazing Spider-Man? Like what Spider-Man are we talking about?
all
here?
the Spider.
Tom
Yeah.
Holland? But yeah.
And that is where people get confused, because to the average consumer, they just want to know one Spider-Man. They want to see one guy, and that's it forever. You know what I mean? People want to see Will Smith just on stage in his glory
it's like
forever.
What's his name? Who played Logan?
Oh, Hugh Jackman. Yeah,
Hugh
people
Jackman.
want.
He was
People want. Yeah,
synonymous with
he is Wolverine.
Oh,
for
yeah.
the longest time. But like Spider-Man doesn't have that same treatment.
Yeah.
It was Tobey Maguire, then Andrew Garfield, and now we have
now
Tom
it's
Holland.
But that's the thing with like, you know, some like with Fox, you know, they're just bad.
Yeah,
They
really
their
aren't.
shit
They aren't.
together.
They aren't good.
They're a
people.
new company and they're still trying to get it together. Okay.
You know, it's like they don't say like, "Hey, so we want to sign you on for like 3 movies." They're like, "Hey, we have this whatever Spider-Man license. I guess it would be cool to make like a movie or something. You know, whatever the Spider-Man that kids like. You know."
It's so fucking weird.
And then, oh god, the worst thing about it is whenever they were making movies to not lose the contract, because that's what happened with Fantastic Four. I don't know if you watched the god awful 2014, 2015 rendition.
They are holding
Fantastic
Four fucking hostage to devalue that shit.
And
like like nothing comic related, no movies. Obviously, the last movie that came out fucking bombed.
I don't even
Fantastic
see that.
Four is becoming like.
It's a joke.
It's like Dogecoin at this point.
Yeah, it's you know, Marvel again. Marvel got that little Fox contract, and like I said, Disney, not Marvel specifically, but Disney got the money. If anybody got the money to buy all these shits back, it's Disney, and they're paying a lot. I mean, Disney quite literally made a proposition because they didn't even want Marvel to be presented anywhere else aside from Disney. So like Universal with the Hulk ride and the Spider-Man ride, bro, the amount of money, I cannot physically say for legal purposes, but the amount of money that Disney was going to offer Universal to cancel their contract or like not renew their contract with those 2 rides or just the Marvel area was an exuberant amount. And I can tell you, J.K. Rowling would have had every single dime of that shit, and we would have had 12 different Harry Potter lands and maybe 8 more books if this were the case.
Like it's weird, like not knowing about licensing and shit, because you hear all this shit about Fox having the rights to this, Disney having the rights to this, but then if you look at Universal, they have a Marvel thing, and it's like, but I thought, and it's like, don't worry about it. You know, we don't get paid enough to know about that kind of shit.
It works.
But
it works.
It
works. It's fascinating to see all that.
And it's funny, like in the beginning, like the whole way like this stuff got started was like a bunch of these companies just kind of grab the characters. They paid like insignificant amounts of money to buy characters.
What do they call it in sports when they're trading players and shit?
Oh,
the draft.
The draft.
Yeah, it was like a Marvel draft. Where they're like, I want that character. Give me that.
Yeah. Marvel was very, very broke.
We'll take Wolverine. You get Fantastic Four. It was like, we'll take it.
Marvel was very, very broke in the early 2000s, and that's when they started to just issue out licenses and issue out rights to everybody. You're talking about like The Crow. You're talking about Blade. You're talking about even DC was doing shit like this. You're talking about freaking Steel, that one movie with Shaq that nobody knows about because Shaq is technically a DC hero and his own little continuity now. You're talking about Fantastic Four, Hellboy, all of these shits. Marvel was just handing them out because they didn't have any money, and they didn't at the time. They had no intention of making a type of movie on their own front. They were just focused on books and comics.
Yeah.
And then obviously the MCU comes into place, and Marvel's like, "All right, guys, we sorry, but can we have all of these back?" And they're like, "Nah, fuck you guys. We're not gonna use these. But fuck you guys for asking
we'll make
for these
bad
back.
movies with
Indian
them."
giving is not how we do things around these parts of Marvel."
I don't know. I don't understand the whole bad movie thing. Like they just do it. It's the cash grabs, man.
It's just a cash grab. That's
the reason why Disney's like remaking movies now. Just to kind of keep that alive.
And you know, I trust what Disney's been doing with everything, but it's definitely gonna be a fight.
Yeah. Well, with that, we're gonna have to go ahead and start wrapping this up. But thank you guys for being here, of course. And Jamel's headset dies at an appropriate time. But this has been good, Jamel. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having a word with us here today.
Oh yeah, true. Appreciate it.
I'm about to say, did we hit everything that we were supposed to hit?
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. That'll be. We'll look at that later.
All I can say is the baby got thrown out with the bathwater, man.
Oh, a little spoiler for next time, maybe.
Ooh.
But with that being said, Patrick, go ahead, close us off.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye. Stay flaccid.